I'm Percy Florence. My wife and I are here today to recite the story of my mother to you, children.
In the summer of 1816, a young, well-educated woman from England travelled with her lover to the Swiss Alps. Unseasonable rain kept them trapped inside their lodgings, where they entertained themselves by reading ghost stories. At the urging of renowned poet Lord Byron, a friend and neighbour, they set their own pens to paper, competing to see who could write the best ghost story. The young woman, Mary Wollstonecraft Godwin, took the prize, having composed a story creepy enough not only to take its place alongside the old German tales that she and her rabbine companions had been reading. She called it Frankenstein, the modern Prometheus.
Mary Wollstonecraft Godwin was born on August the 30th, 1797, in London, of prime literary stock. Her mother, Mary Wollstonecraft, was the author of The Vindication of the Rights of Woman, a feminist tract encouraging women to think and act for themselves. Wollstonecraft died giving birth to Mary, leaving her daughter in the care of her husband, William Godwin, a member of a circle of radical thinkers in England that counted Thomas Paine and William Blake among its ranks. Mary's upbringing in this rarefied atmosphere exposed her at an early age to cutting-edge ideas, and it forged useful connections for her to such notables as Lord Byron.
Another of the literary types that Mary met as a teenager was Percy Bysshe Shelley, a dashing young poet. Sparks flew, and, in 1814, they ran away together for a tour of France, Switzerland, and Germany. Mary escaping her family and Percy his wife. At first blissful, their affair soon came under strain. Percy's relationship with Mary waxed and waned with the demands of his wife, Harriet. Meanwhile, Mary busied herself with another man. Despite these distractions, the relationship endured and was eventually formalized under scandalous circumstances. Harriet, pregnant with Percy's child, drowned herself in London in November of 1816. Mary and Percy were married weeks later.
The union between Mary and Percy was not only romantic, but also literary. Percy edited Mary's manuscript for Frankenstein and is commonly supposed to have written the preface under her name. Frankenstein was published on January 1, 1818, and became an immediate bestseller. Unfortunately for Mary, this success was a single bright spot amid a series of tragedies. From 1815 to 1819, 3 of her 4 children died in infancy. In 1822, Percy drowned off the shore of Tuscany, leaving Mary a widow and single mother. Mary turned to her husband's poetry and prose, editing and publishing his posthumous poems in 1824 and his poetical works and letters in 1839. She spent the rest of her time on her own writing, publishing Valperga in 1823, The Last Man in 1826, The Fortunes of Perkin Warbeck in 1830, Lodore in 1835, and Faulkner in 1837. Serious illness plagued Mary, and she died in London in February 1851. It is to be noted that her experiences in life, along with who she stayed with, had a great impact on her writing, especially on the way she represented genders in Frankenstein. The fact that she resided and spent a lot of time with followers of the Romantic movement influenced her to create Victor Frankenstein in a way that is known to have mirrored her husband, Percy Shelley. In addition to this, her mother was a feminist, and this feminist ideology is mirrored in Shelley's writings, commenting on the fact that society would fail without females, in her opinion. Finally, we must all remember that she lost 3 children, and had the courage to rebel through writing during a period where women are not considered equal to men.
Thank you for hearing this story about the life of the great Mary Shelley.
We hope that it will help you understand what influenced her to write the way she did.